Gaulish pantheon, Ogmios and the chains that bind. Ogmios is a great god of the Gaulish people. He is a dark-skinned god, clothed in a lion skin, carrying a club and a bow. Much has been made of an image attributed to the Roman satirist Lucian in his story, in which a smiling Ogmios had chains leading from his tongue to the ears of his followers, and that these self-same followers were following him willfully and joyfully. How could such a thing be possible? Let me tell you about Ogmios and the chains that bind. Many years ago, as Ogmios walked among the people of Gaul, he was revered as a great and powerful god. He walked through the forests, protecting both the creatures of the forest and the people of the villages. He was darker than most of the Gaulish people, and his constant smile was off-putting for the people of the time. They would leave him gifts and offerings for the numerous acts of strength and courage that he would do, but they kept a distance from him and were afraid to speak with him when they saw him. One day, a man was wandering through the forest and became lost. Having wandered for a very long time, he was tired, and he was not worried about his safety or his fate, so he decided to rest upon a ledge in the sunshine. After resting for a while on the ledge, especially with a warm and gentle sun, he fell asleep. He slept through the afternoon, he slept through dusk, and he slept well into the evening. Upon awakening, he became alarmed when he noticed a fire on the ledge next to him, and seated next to him was a large, dark-tanned man wearing a lion skin. Upon realizing that this was the god Ogmios, the man became startled and decided to flee, but the position of the fire was such that Ogmios and the fire were his only source of escape, other than jumping off the ledge, which would have led to his death. Ogmios turned to the man and said, "You can jump, or you can sit next to me at the fire." So the man considered the possibilities, and since there was only one possibility in which he could escape theoretically unharmed, he decided to sit next to the god. Ogmios turned to the man and began to tell the story of his life, his journeys in the forest, and his thoughts on the nature of the universe. The man was held in amazement by the speech of the god, eloquent, lyrical, and so pleasing to the ears that the man could not stop smiling. When the god asked the man to speak, the man also found that his speech, merely by hearing the words of the god, were eloquent and lyrical and pleasing as that which he had heard from Ogmios. He then became a devotee of Ogmios and remained for him for the rest of his days. When people would ask him about Ogmios, the man would say that Ogmios' words were like rings of gold that extended from his tongue to the ears of the people who would listen. That is the origin of Ogmios and the chains that bind.